Happy Friday, everybody. Today we were going to look at these Atlas tank cars, but I want to ask some questions to the community about these before I do the review on them and see if I can maybe come up with the fix. And then I wanted to go ahead and take a look at our 500 subscriber project. So I've been trying to bring in more Atlas stuff just to see what kind of quality some of their more modern stuff is like, and already have another dead on arrival engine, so that's awesome. But I've had these tank cars in my roster for a little while now, and I ended up getting these as part of a lot of some lightly used cars from actually a friend of mine, and he was getting rid of them because he had reliability issues. And I thought maybe I could fix them relatively easy. The quality of these things is pretty nice up close. I really like the look of these, and I'm not sure which lineup these are, but the more modern Atlas tank cars have a thicker ladder that runs down it, and these are definitely thinner, and the hand railings are just microscopic. They are super scale looking, and I can see why my buddy bought them. They're super gorgeous. They just look excellent. But I think I've narrowed down what the issue is, and of course it's the Accumate couplers. Now, obviously the answer is to just do a microtrains conversion, but that adds a lot of cost to things. So I've been trying to figure out what I can do to make these more reliable. So I've been studying these as they go around the layout and when they decouple, and it seems to me that anywhere they are connected to a microtrains, they are fine as long as there is a relatively decent load behind them. However, if it is Accumate to Accumate, they have this lash in between them. And in certain situations, say coming down a hill when some of the cars push into one another, they go essentially into the decouple mode, and in the right circumstances, they will just let each other go. And I've yet to replicate it on camera. It always seems to be in a certain couple places on my layout when I'm not paying attention. But I'm going to try to get to the bottom of that, and if anybody has had this issue with Accumates, let me know. And I'm going to do some more heavy testing on these this coming week. I had mentioned a while back that I've had family at my house for a while now, so it's been difficult to do testing. But yeah, please reach out to me if you have any sort of experience with these that might help make them a little more reliable, because I really don't want to have to change the couplers or the whole trucks on these, excuse me, if I don't have to. So here is the meat and potatoes of today's episode, and the layout that I have is currently located in the family room, and the biggest problem I run into and struggle for getting my reviews done is working around my family schedule. So I'm either up in the super early hours in the morning or the staying up late in the evening to try and get enough quiet to work in my family room. And I enjoy having my layout there, but I just need somewhere else to do my review stuff. So 500 subscriber project that I came up with was to build a micro layout that I can use for reviews, and this is kind of the setup that I have come up with. What I did is I took 3 pieces of paper, 8.5 by 11, whatever that happens to be. So I'm roughly a foot deep and 2 feet wide with the 3 pieces of paper together. And I just played with some leftover track that I had from building my layout to try and put together an interesting scene that serves a couple of purposes for me. And this is kind of what I came up with. And I want to be able to look at multiple engines and whatnot and have multiple different angles. And this is the best layout that I've found so far to allow me to look at multiple different engines at different perspectives. So I'm going to start, while I am in Great Falls this weekend, I'm going to pick up some foam board and some supplies, and we're going to start building out this layout. Once a week, we're going to be making progress towards this. And I'm hoping by the first of the year, this will all be done and ready to go, and all of my reviews will be filmed on this going forward. I was going to do a DCC Plus system with this. However, I found my old Digitrax DCS51, and for just doing light functions and whatnot, I figured it would just be easier to do it on this particular layout. So I've got it over there, and it will hook up to all this and allow me to do all the lights and sound functions that we normally do in our reviews. I think for 1,000 subscriber special, I might go ahead and do the DCC Plus controller. I have an idea for something that way, and if we get to that point, we'll take a look at that. But I'm going to start putting this together. The thing that I would really like from my community is I need a little bit of an idea. This is an old cell phone that I use to shoot my videos with when I'm not using my main phone here. And this is the setup I like to use, is these little cell phone clamps with a camera quick disconnect. And I want to be able to securely move this across the entire scene back and forth. And I'm looking for some solutions on how to do that. I've thought about building, like drawer slides that it could sit on, or maybe using some T-lock and some things with my 3D printer. That's all fine and good. I can undo that, but if someone has a more elegant solution, please let me know. I would really like to hear that. But anyway, this is kind of the first start that I have. I'm hoping Mondays I will release that as part of, my 500 subscriber little series. Yeah, I kind of like the layout. I think it turned out pretty good for just using leftover track. And if I pop off here, let's see, we get some relatively decent angles on the engines in their various locations. So I am kind of excited for the way this turned out. So anyway, hopefully I will see you here on Sunday. We have a good review this go around. I'm excited about the Scale Trains DCC ready engines. They're pretty neat, and I think a lot of people will like them. So yeah, I'll see you this Sunday, and look for this come Monday. I hope to have some work done on it. Alrighty, thanks for stopping by, everybody. Bye now.